Hello and welcome to video number 2. We're going to talk about the biggest mistakes that webinar hosts make that lose sales. So what kind of mistakes do we make that prevents us from making the sale? Well, first of all, we tell people too much before the webinar happens. And what I mean by that is you might give too much information about what is on the webinar. You might give a little bit to build curiosity, and you might want to give just a little bit like benefit points, what's going to happen, kind of a general idea that's interesting but incomplete. You don't want to give too much information. So if you were to give a PDF or you were to give a checklist to somebody or some sort of homework to do that's really intriguing, make sure that you do not give too much. You give maybe a checklist or something that is interesting, but incomplete. No social proof, no case studies. What you want to do is you want to get them to think, well, if they can do it, so can I. Because if they don't have that in their brains, then there's probably not really a reason for them to sign up. Or if you can do it, so can I. So these are just some things that will help boost your conversion rate. It doesn't necessarily mean that if you don't have social proof that you will not make as many sales. What that means is this definitely just boosts your conversion rates. And of course, no reminder or follow-ups to the webinar. So we talked a lot about this, and in fact, this whole video course is focused on reminder emails and follow-up emails. And the reason being is because people live those busy lives and they need a reason, they need to be follow-up to get them to attend the webinar. Now let's talk about some mistakes that we often make during the webinar. A lot of times we talk too much about ourselves, and we don't angle what we talk about ourselves in relating to the audience and what the audience wants. So it's okay to talk about yourself as long as the audience understands why you're talking about yourselves. Maybe their goal is to ultimately become like you, or their goal is to ultimately use what you have produced and get the same results. So as long as you angle it that way, it's okay to talk about yourself. But I've seen many times, time over and time over again, people just talking about themselves, and it doesn't relate to the topic in the webinar. No engagement with the audience, talks only with self or interviewee. You've been on webinars where the person just talks to the interviewer or interviewee back and forth. It's really interesting. It's really amazing. But if you think about the webinars that really intrigued you and really got you laughing, you giggling, taking action, and really excited, they're probably the webinars that engaged with you, meaning the interviewer and the host said, okay, so our audience wants to know this. Our audience, or if you think this, say yes or 1 or 2, and then the audience responds. So there has to be some sort of engagement during the webinar itself so that you keep people's eyes open, and your conversion rates will definitely go a lot higher by doing that. No pitch, no call to action, and no nothing. A lot of people are scared to pitch or call to action. Don't be afraid to ask for the sale. And make sure that you're confident in asking. So with that said, as you can see, it's not rocket science at all. You can easily implement this stuff right away. And in the next video, I'm going to talk about actual strategies that you can use in increasing your webinar conversions.